Welcome back. High-end amenities, gourmet kitchens, spas, and sky lounges. Apartments like these rent for thousands of dollars a month, unless you're getting them for free. Lou Raguse shows us how one man allegedly bounced from luxury apartment to luxury apartment for years without paying rent, and why some believe recent changes in the law make this harder to stop.
This is a condo that I have here in St. Louis Park.
Josh Van Valkenburg bought this 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo to be closer to his son Landon.
This was close to his schools and everything, so giving me a place to come to and spend time with him.
When the boy and his mom moved from the St. Louis Park area, rather than sell the condo, Josh decided to rent it out for extra income to help him pay for a new place.
So I could still be close to him.
He listed it on Zillow and found what seemed to be a good tenant, Darian Hoskins.
Really liked this individual and, had a good feeling about him, so,
In December, Hoskins wrote on his application that he made $8,500 a month, had rented twice before, and, quote, always treats everything with care. But the first red flag raised for Josh as soon as Hoskins paid the deposit and moved in.
We had got a screenshot of his deposit being paid through Zillow because we were running everything through their platform for rental deposits, monthly rent and everything. And then he moved in immediately the next day. All of a sudden, things were being reversed.
The pending transaction canceled, the money gone, and the months began to go by without Hoskins paying his rent.
6 months. Sounds crazy. 6 months, no money.
This is the worst I've ever seen this.
Josh hired attorney John Braun to file an eviction, a process that takes more time than ever before in Hennepin County, thanks to laws passed to help tenants. Laws that John believes Hoskins is exploiting.
Did the legislature create a scenario where a tenant can live rent-free by gaming the system?
Absolutely. Not forever, but for a while.
For example, John says something as small as a clerical error in eviction filings can now derail a case for months, buying more time for the tenant. Regarding Hoskins, court records show that over the last several years, he's been hopping from apartment to apartment, far more than the 2 rentals he cited on his application. Just since January 2023, the West Lake Tower in Uptown, the Cortland and Addition apartments in downtown Minneapolis, and the Maverick over in the North Loop, all luxury apartments where Hoskins lived, failed to pay rent, and was evicted before moving into Josh's more modest condo.
He gets evicted sometimes every 4 months. In 2023, he was evicted 3 times. So he stays there long enough for them to figure out they've been duped and takes off. We're talking nearly $100,000 over 4 years.
Living rent-free.
Living rent-free.
One new law requires eviction cases to be wiped from someone's record if they voluntarily move out. That's what now sealed records show happened last year after Hoskins lived at another luxury apartment, the Quentin in St. Louis Park, for 4 months. In an earlier eviction case, Hoskins extended his stay with these handwritten filings, claiming the dollar figures claimed by the landlord were incorrect. And last summer, Hoskins filed for bankruptcy, a one-time process that froze all ongoing legal processes and wiped away all the money he was previously ordered by judges to pay, not just to former landlords, but tens of thousands of dollars to friends and significant others who sued, saying Hoskins took their money.
It's clever. He can't do it again. Would have bought him 8 months, bought him $20,000.
When Josh's case began, Hoskins received taxpayer-funded legal representation from Hennepin County Adult Representation Services, despite supposedly making $102,000 a year at, get this, a nonprofit that helps people in need find housing.
So he should be able to afford a lawyer?
He should be able to afford a lawyer.
Hennepin County ARS withdrew after John brought Hoskins' salary to the judge's attention. Months into his free stay at Josh's condo, with continued delays in the eviction case, I caught up with Hoskins.
Hi, Darian. I'm Lou Raguse with KARE 11 News. I'm wondering why you haven't been paying rent at this apartment or at any apartment you lived at in the last couple of years.
I have.
You have been paying rent?
After this exchange, Hoskins claimed by text to be actively figuring out payment plans, something Josh says never happened.
Yeah, he played the game all the way to the end.
Finally, 6 months and $15,000 down the drain, Josh got his condo back. But he has no plans to look for a new tenant.
I'm going to sell it.
Why?
I don't want to have to go through what I've been going through again.
Fascinating. Lou Raguse, deep reporting on that story. So Darian Hoskins no longer works for the housing nonprofit. His former boss says his annual salary was $76,500, not the $102,000 he put on his housing application. He also told Lou Hoskins claimed to have an MBA in business administration from the U of M, but the U says they've no record of him ever attending. Regarding the free legal services Hoskins received for a time, a Hennepin County spokesperson told Lou there is no bulletproof method of verification when it comes to financial eligibility. Lou met with Hoskins again last week, but he chose not to comment on the record for this story. Speaking of Lou Raguse and his reporting, we want to give a quick shout out to him and a big congratulations. He was awarded a Pathfinder Award from the Hubbard School of Journalism and Mass Communications last night. The award recognizes alumni leaders in their professions who have carved a path of excellence and leadership. Congrats, Lou. Well deserved. Stick with us. More news and weather coming up after the break.